When you are suffering from an enlarged prostate, it can sometimes feel like everything triggers that irritation, making life much more of a chore than it should be. Luckily, in the modern era, we have been able to discover what some of these prostate triggers are, and even come up with a prostate diet to avoid these uncomfortable feelings. A common pitfall is not looking closely enough at the drinks you're consuming on a daily basis, but the truth is that these can have a huge impact on your overall prostate health. That's why today we are going to go over 10 drinks that you are going to want to avoid if you have an enlarged prostate. Number 1. Whole milk. According to a study published in the Journal of Nutrition, drinking whole milk can increase your risk of developing prostate cancer. In that same study, it was also discovered that drinking whole milk can also escalate the rate at which prostate cancer develops, and it can even decrease the amount of time for the disease to become fatal. This is obviously scary news. But thankfully, there are a lot of options out there, so you don't have to feel like you're cutting out milk altogether. Fat-free versions of milk can serve a similar purpose, but it's worth noting that even skim or low-fat milk can increase your risk of developing low-grade prostate cancer. Your best bet is to limit your milk consumption completely, or at least to strictly look after how much you're drinking on a regular basis. Many people develop lactose sensitivity as they get older too, and that could also further irritate your prostate. Number 2. Alcohol. There are a lot of reasons why you should avoid alcohol, as there is a laundry list of health risks that frequent drinking can have on your body. One of the most serious is what drinking can do to your prostate, though. And if you want to reduce the risk of prostate cancer, then alcohol should be something you should consider cutting out of your life. In a study done a few years ago, it was discovered that heavy drinkers were more than twice as likely to suffer from advanced stage prostate cancer than even a moderate drinker. This kind of research has been repeated time and again with very similar results. Drinking alcohol can cause a lot of added strain on your body, which is why our bodies can have such a hard time processing it. Whether you are drinking spirits, wine, or beer, you are still drastically increasing your risk of suffering from prostate issues if you're a regular drinker. Number 3. Coffee. Have you ever had coffee and then felt like you had to use the bathroom shortly after? It's a pretty universal experience, and it happens because coffee is a diuretic. That word basically means that coffee can affect how much, how often, and the intensity of your need to use the bathroom. This doesn't affect us all that much, except maybe being an inconvenience, but it can do a lot of damage to your prostate. People with BHP or benign prostatic hyperplasia can struggle with these trips to the bathroom, and the need to urinate can actually cause quite a bit of irritation. Cutting down on your coffee intake can do wonders for that reason, and can give you a bit more control and stability in your trips to the bathroom. If you are really into the flavor of coffee or just the habit of making it, you can always drink decaf, and be more than fine, since it is mostly the caffeine that causes the issue. Number 4. Acidic fruit juices. For this entry, we are talking about drinks like orange juice, lemon juice, or lemonade, and grapefruit juice in particular. These drinks all share something in common, and it's that they contain a lot of acidity in every cup. While this acid can be good for you, it can also hurt your digestion and has a similar effect on your digestive system that eating spicy food can have in some cases. This kind of irritation can obviously upset your already enlarged prostate, and as such, you should be careful keeping these kinds of drinks around you. If you are looking for the vitamins that these drinks provide, you can easily substitute them out with other, less acidic fruits, without making much of a difference internally. Number 5. Yogurt and butter. Unfortunately, milk isn't the only dairy product you're going to have to get rid of in order to protect your prostate from danger. Almost all dairy products can increase your chance of suffering from prostate cancer, so you are going to want to stay away from creams and even butter too. Dairy products can have an effect on your body, and that isn't all that different from red meat, which is another food that can spike your risk of prostate cancer. Cutting out dairy from your life has been shown to improve the symptoms of BPH, so it's definitely worth looking into if you feel like nothing is working when it comes to pushing away irritation or discomfort. Number 6. Energy drinks. Energy drinks are not considered the healthiest thing in the world already, but they are especially bad if you are someone who suffers from an enlarged prostate. Studies have found that caffeine can actually irritate the prostate quite a bit, and it can also mess up your body's natural digestive rhythm, causing issues. If you have BPH or feel like you are constantly having to use the bathroom, energy drinks probably aren't helping you at all. These drinks have been strongly linked to bladder issues in the past, so it would make a lot of sense that they could also irritate your prostate and stop you in your tracks. Number 7. Carbonated drinks. If you are at all worried about your prostate health, you may want to stay away from carbonated drinks. Caffeine isn't the only reason why energy drinks and sodas can be bad for your prostate, as the carbonation itself can also wreak havoc on your digestive tract all on its own. Besides that, the sugars that are usually found in these carbonated drinks can also cause some irritation, which is why sparkling water and flavored water can actually do more harm than good for people with enlarged prostates. The good news is that the damage done by carbonation tends to be cumulative, and usually only affects people that are drinking soda daily or multiple times a day. This obviously has its own downsides, as soda doesn't have much nutritional value, but at least you can still drink your favorite carbonated drink on occasion as a sort of special treat. Number 8. Hot chocolate. For many people, a nice cup of hot chocolate is about as peaceful and calming as can be. For people with BPH, however, this can actually cause some issues. Not even taking into account how most hot chocolate contains a lot of dairy, the chocolate itself can actually hurt your body as well. Chocolate can stimulate your bladder, making your body feel like it has to use the bathroom. This can cause a bit of discomfort, as well as really ruin your night. Most people don't realize that hot chocolate could be the thing hurting them. It is usually only drunk a few times a year anyway at most. Knowing that this drink can trigger your enlarged prostate, though, will save you a lot of pain and hassle throughout the holiday season. Number 9. Canned fruit drinks. You don't usually find a whole lot of sodium in drinks, but interestingly enough, it is found in high amounts in both hot chocolate as well as in canned fruit drinks. These kinds of products are usually consumed by people worried about their nutrition, or that feel like they aren't getting enough from their diet alone, but it may be concealing some issues as well. The best diet for a prostate is one that avoids a lot of salt and sodium, which unfortunately is found in pretty high amounts in those canned fruit drinks. During digestion, our body can experience quite a bit of irritation when trying to process high amounts of sodium, and it can also cause a bit of bloating too. This bloating is not good, obviously, as your prostate is already taking up more room than it's supposed to. This causes a really uncomfortable feeling, and it's a shame that people trying to do the right thing for their bodies are instead hurting them more. Trying to get those vitamins through your diet or strictly through supplements is your best way to make sure that you are healthy as well as taking care of your prostate. Number 10. Tea. Now this entry comes with a bit of an asterisk, so bear with us for a moment. There are actually teas out there that are very good for your prostate, enlarged or not. These include drinks like green tea and hibiscus tea, both of which contain potent antioxidants that can help your body remain relaxed and fight off any toxins that might be damaging your prostate. Unfortunately for many people, they think tea in general is good for their system, but this isn't the case. Just like coffee, the caffeine in tea can do a lot of damage to your digestive system, and you're definitely going to feel it in your prostate too. Because of this, you should only try to drink tea that you know doesn't contain caffeine, as otherwise you could be doing yourself a disservice, since green tea and hibiscus tea are both well known for their healing properties. You should find no issue tracking down a version of the tea for people with caffeine sensitivities. That way you get all the benefit and none of the headache. What's a drink that you guys have to stay away from because it messes with your digestion too much? Let us know in the comments below. Here are 2 more videos you might find interesting. Feel free to choose the one you like. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and share the video with your friends. And for more interesting videos on health, subscribe to the channel.